When most believe that time is starting to win, he responds in the only way he knows how: by dominating. Season after season, expectations are shattered, limits are surpassed, and history continues to be written on the court. What happened that night wasn't just another victory on the calendar. It was another clear warning that some legends simply refuse to accept any kind of end. LeBron James continues to do what, for any other player, seemed impossible. While the clock ticks and age insists on knocking at the door, he simply refuses to accept any limit imposed by time. And we're not just talking about another good game, another good streak, or another solid night for the Lakers. What happened against the Philadelphia 76ers was another one of those chapters that helps explain why LeBron James isn't just a historic player. He is history itself in motion. An athlete who, even approaching 41 years old, still finds ways to place his name, once again, among the greatest legends the NBA has ever seen. And the most impressive thing is that he doesn't do it just by accumulating empty numbers. He does this by winning games, deciding the most important ones, and carrying an entire franchise with the authority of someone who has experienced absolutely everything on a basketball court. LeBron built his career by breaking barriers that many believe to be insurmountable. When he entered the league in 2003, the weight of expectations was overwhelming. Called the Chosen One, even before playing a single NBA game, many said he would never live up to the hype. Others believed his body wouldn't hold up for so long. 22 seasons later, what we see is exactly the opposite. He not only lived up to expectations but surpassed virtually all odds. Today, LeBron is the all-time leading scorer in NBA history, a record that honestly may never be broken. He is also the player who has played in more seasons than any other athlete in the league's history, something that symbolizes not only longevity but sustained excellence in an extremely physical sport. It was precisely this excellence that reappeared on a night that seemed ordinary on the calendar, but which ended up becoming another historic moment. The Lakers faced a losing Philadelphia 76ers team, coming off a painful loss to the Boston Celtics. It was the kind of game where a team could easily let victory slip away, especially playing on the road against a tough opponent. But that's when LeBron James did what he always does. When things get tight, when the margin for error disappears, and when decisions need to be made in seconds, he takes absolute control of the game. With 29 points, his best performance of the season so far, LeBron not only led the Lakers offensively, he was the team's emotional commander. Every possession seemed to go through him. Every attack gained more clarity when the ball was in his hands. And the most frightening thing of all is that this happened at a point in his career where most players would have been retired years ago. While young opponents, born well after LeBron's NBA debut, tried to keep up with him on the court, he continues to dictate the pace, reading the defense like a chess grandmaster and choosing exactly when to attack. But the game wasn't decided solely by volume. It was decided by composure, precision, and experience. With just over a minute left in the final quarter, LeBron received the ball, quickly assessed the defense, and without hesitation, launched a three-pointer from approximately 27 feet. The ball went cleanly through the net. A momentary silence filled the arena, followed by an explosion of joy from the visiting fans. It was the kind of shot that separates ordinary players from absolute legends. A shot that carries decades of experience, confidence built in thousands of decisive moments, and the tranquility of someone who has been in countless situations, countless times. And he wasn't finished yet. With less than 30 seconds on the clock, when any mistake could be fatal, LeBron took responsibility again. This time, a smooth mid-range shot, practically sealing the Lakers' victory. 2 baskets, on and off the court. Far from celebrating the achievement arrogantly, he spoke with humility and deep respect for the history of the sport. He acknowledged that he never had the chance to watch Robert Parrish play at his peak, but that he perfectly understands the impact he had on the NBA. LeBron made it clear that he holds enormous appreciation for the legends who paved the way before him. For him, Breaking records isn't just about surpassing names. It's about honoring those who built the league. This mentality helps explain why LeBron has become more than just a player. He sees himself as part of a living NBA timeline, someone who studies the past, understands the present, and cares about the legacy he will leave for the future. He doesn't just accumulate statistics, he builds bridges between generations. Younger players grew up watching his finals, his historic comebacks, and his legendary performances. Now they share the court with him, trying to beat him, while still learning valuable lessons about preparation, game reading, and leadership. The context of this achievement places LeBron alongside names like Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, another ultimate symbol of longevity and excellence. Being mentioned in the same conversation as Kareem and Robert Parrish isn't something reserved for players who have only had extraordinary peaks. It's reserved for those who have sustained greatness for years, navigating changing eras, rules, playing styles, and ever-increasing physical demands. LeBron achieved all this in a league that is faster, more athletic, and more grueling than ever before. And perhaps most impressively, he doesn't seem close to stopping. The Lakers remain competitive this season, and much of that is due to LeBron's ability to impact games at the most crucial moments. The coaching staff's work in managing his minutes has been crucial, keeping him fresh for closeouts like the one we saw against Philadelphia. When the game gets intense, everyone knows where the ball is going, and yet, no one can stop it. LeBron James represents something rare in sports: continuous evolution. He has adapted physically, technically, and mentally over the years. If at the beginning of his career it was pure athletic dominance, today it's intellectual dominance, combined with refined skills and an almost intuitive understanding of the game. He plays at his own pace, controlling the tempo, manipulating defenses, and choosing exactly when to accelerate. While many debate how long he can maintain this level, LeBron continues to respond on the court. He doesn't talk about the end. He doesn't talk about decline. He talks about the process, about respecting the game, and about continuing to compete. Each game seems to carry a greater sense of purpose, as if he knows that each night can be another historic chapter, and he makes sure to enjoy it. Now I want to know from you. Do you think we are witnessing the longest period of longevity in the history of sports? How long do you believe LeBron James can continue deciding games and breaking records? Leave your opinion here in the comments, because this debate is big and deserves to be discussed. If you enjoyed this content, leave a like to help the channel continue bringing in-depth analyses like this, and subscribe so you don't miss any updates about the Los Angeles Lakers and the NBA. LeBron continues to make history, and the question remains simple: how far can he still go?